test, test. Can you hear me out there? Good evening and welcome to our 2022 Scholarship Assembly. First and foremost, we are going to have our Senior Scholarship Award winners enter the auditorium at this point. And I'm sure they will in 2 seconds. This night is an annual tradition that helps us honor and recognize the excellence of our students and what they have shown at New Egypt High School the last 4 years. This senior class has established themselves as exceeding the already high expectations that former classmates have already reached. First, I want to congratulate our students in attendance. Your hard work and dedication both in and out of the classroom are exactly the reason you are here tonight. But please remember that all the way through your colleges and your careers as you move forward after tonight. To the parents and guardians and family members of the recipients tonight, congratulations. We know it takes incredible time and dedication and support to nurture these students for academic success. Their presence at this event is a testament to hard work, teamwork, and partnerships that we have built as an educational community, so I thank you. I would be remiss if I did not mention our guidance department and the work they did setting up tonight and throughout the entire school year and for these 4 years. Mrs. Jessica Drucker, Director of Student Personnel Services, and Guidance Counselor Ms. Carolyn Santoro and Mrs. Alicia DeMarco, I thank them for their tireless efforts behind the scenes to ensure that this night and so many other nights and initiatives of this district are done correctly and stellarly. So thank you all. Year in and year out, our guidance secretary to my right, Mrs. Kim DeGangi, does a miraculous job at this event, and she deserves a whole lot of credit. Planning for tonight occurs very, very far in advance. Mrs. DeGangi's organizational skills, her communication with all stakeholders, and her professionalism in doing this job makes this event and really all of our events through the guidance department a success. So I thank you, Mrs. DeGangi. And finally, to our sponsors, I want to give a sincere thank you to our many different sponsors and their incredible generosity and support for our student body and our school community. Our scholarship night would not be made possible without your support for all of us. Our sponsors have been giving financial support to this night for years, supporting our school system and the excellence of our students. It is because of your generosity and teamwork that our members of our school community are able to be honored tonight, so I sincerely thank the sponsors, each and every one of you. Thank you. At this time, I want to call up Luke LaCava. Luke, come on up. Luke is the president. You can clap for Luke. Luke is the president of our student government, and he will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Can you all please rise?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Luke. begin our scholarship program. First, I want to call up Lori LaPointe and Andrea Kennedy. They're going to give out the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 455 book scholarships.
First of all, I'm so happy to be here again. I was here several years ago, but with COVID, we had a little break. You guys weren't doing that much, but we still gave a scholarship out. I'd like to call the following students up. Kaylee Schmidt. I apologize in advance if I say someone's name wrong, okay? Nicholas Serdo. Michaela Weber. And Annie Witham. You don't have a check in here. There's instructions on how you get your check. Basically what you do, go to school, you have to buy books, send us a copy of the receipt, address, everything's there where you send it to, and the instructions on what you need to give to our treasurer, and then she'll mail you a check. Okay? Thank you.
The next award is the Big Woods Garden and Nursery Scholarship, sponsored by Big Woods Garden and Nursery. The two recipients of this award are Delaney Letts and previously mentioned Luke LeCobb. Next, I want to call up, please, Bill Rosa. He is with the Bordentown Rotary Club, and he's going to give out the Bordentown Rotary Club Award. Mr. Rosa?
Yeah, good evening. It's like someone else said, it's nice being back here again. And every year, our Bordentown Rotary Club, which exists to help people do things that, or to help people that are in need of things that beyond their control they can't help themselves. And so one of the things we do in New Egypt with the Interact Club every year, and with the help of the New Egypt Marketplace, we have a canathon. The New Egypt Food Pantry, the Helping Hands Food Pantry, services about 300 families a year. With that canathon, we give them about $2,000 to $3,000 worth of non-perishable food and a few $100s in donations. So I want to thank everybody who helps us out when we do that. We haven't been able to do it for 2 years because of COVID. We hope to be able to do it again next year. We have two $1,000 scholarship awards we want to give out. The first one is to Nick Serdo. The second one is to Abigail Webster.
Thank you, sir. Next, the Century 21 Action Plus Realty Business and Finance Scholarship is sponsored by Century 21 Action Plus Realty. The two recipients of this award are Jenna Ooster and Ashton Sempervive. Next, the Dr. Gerald H. Ware Award is sponsored by former Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Gerald H. Ware. The recipient of this award is Jenna Ooster. Congratulations. The next award, I'd like to call up Kristen Lowe, please. Mrs. Lowe is going to give out the Dr. Gerald H. Ware Elementary School PTO scholarships. Thank you, Ms. Lowe.
Good evening. One of the co-presidents at the New Egypt Elementary School PTO. Thank you to all the applicants. This was a blind application process, and I'm now proud to announce our three recipients. Our first recipient is Gavin Knix. Our second recipient is Nicholas Serto. Our third recipient is Annie Whittam.
To give out the 2022 Friend of Education Award, I want to call up our Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Craner.
I am proud to present to the 2022 Friend of Education Award to a student who exhibits strong work ethic with a willingness to help others and the community with empathy and kindness, which are really important traits all the time. Mallory Joyner.
The George Ford Compton Memorial Scholarship is sponsored by the family of George Ford Compton. The recipient of this award is Annie Whittam. The Great Scholarships for Great Students Award is sponsored by Great Value Food Markets. We appreciate their sponsorship and award this to Annie Whittam. The Hilton and Dorothy Mount Scholarship is sponsored by the New Egypt Methodist Church. The recipient of this award is Chelsea Nickel. For the next award, I'd like to call up Mr. Matt Sands, please. Mr. Sands is going to give out the Ken Carson Sportsmanship Memorial Scholarship Award.
Good evening. My name is Matt Sams, and I'm the football commissioner for New Egypt Youth Football Dance and Cheer. The Ken Carson Scholarship Award tonight, many of you may ask who Ken Carson was. Ken Carson was a coach that I had the privilege to coach with. Ken was also a friend. Ken was the most selfless service person I've ever met, and has always given back to the community by coaching youth football and leading the Boy Scout pack. Ken also started a nonprofit to help the blind. Ken loved his family and friends in this town, and Ken was in a tragic accident in the winter and left his wife and his 2 children behind. We created Ken Carson Scholarship to honor him. Ken Carson Scholarship Award of $1,000 is to a New Egypt High School student athlete with the scholarship toward further education of a 2- or 4-year accredited college or university. To be eligible, the high school senior must have been played in New Egypt youth football and have proven the ability to put the spirit of competition above winning while participating in varsity football. These students must have earned a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher, perform volunteer work in the community, and we asked the applicants to write an essay, and the board of directors selected the award winner this year. This year we selected Nicholas Serno.
Thank you, Mr. Sams. I'd like to call to the stage Mrs. Sandy Kolonkowski, our art teacher. She's going to present the Kristen Narsini Artistic Achievement Award.
The criteria for the Kristen Narsini Artistic Achievement Award is as follows. To be awarded to a student who displays mastery in the area of nature-related elements. The student receiving this award tonight truly has a unique flair for capturing the beauty in aspects of nature that are often overlooked by others. Her ability to accomplish this makes her the perfect choice for this award. Please join me in congratulating tonight's recipient, Sophia Tedesco.
Congratulations. I would like to now call to the stage Ms. Donna Conk and Dennis Corzilius. They will present the next series of awards that were graciously sponsored by our New Egypt Elks. Thank you, guys.
Tonight I have the privilege of representing the Elks and handing out huge scholarships that they support and defend each year. This one is the Harry Crane Award, and I'm proud to present that to Sydney Hamer.
I'd like to announce the winner of the John Bailey Award is Cole Tucker.
recipients are Anna McKay and Jonathan Steiger. This one is the Terry Lee Kopp Award in memory of my husband, and I am pleased to present that to Jason Pennypacker.
On behalf of the Elks, I'd like to present a check to Chelsea Nickel.
Chelsea.
And the Southwest District. Southwest District gives Chelsea Nickel $1,000 for books. And the other one's a $10,000 scholarship.
Congratulations. Next, I want to call up Mrs. Dancer. Mrs. Dancer is going to present the New Egypt High School Band Parent Scholarships. We thank Mrs. Dancer and all the band parents for all their support of our bands. Thank you, Mrs. Dancer.
Each year, the Band Parents Association presents awards to graduating band members that have participated for at least 3 years. Each student completes an essay that describes their experiences in band and their impact on the future. On behalf of the Band Parents Association, I would like to acknowledge the following students. Richard D'Alessandro. Joshua Dancer. Sydney Hammer. Brody Irwin. Sam Benninghurst. Chelsea Devil. And Madison Tiffin.
I would like to call back up to the stage Mrs. Kristen Lowe, please. Mrs. Mrs. Lowe is going to hand out the New Egypt High School PTO scholarships. Mrs. Lowe?
Okay, on behalf of the high school PTO, I would like to present 4 recipients. The first is Alexander Kimmick. Our third recipient is Abigail Wetzel. And the fourth recipient is Annie Whitman.
Our next award is the New Egypt Historical Society Scholarship, sponsored by the New Egypt Historical Society. That was a hard one for me. I don't know. The recipient is Annie Witham. Let's hope the next one's easier for me. The New Egypt Marketplace College and Career Readiness Award is sponsored by New Egypt Marketplace. This year's recipient, Emma Allen. The New Egypt Marketplace also sponsored this award. It's the Continuous Improvement Award. It's given to 2 students. Our first recipient is Jessica Bragg. Second recipient, Gavin Kings. The New Egypt Marketplace also sponsored our Most Improved Artist Award, which is going to be given by Sandy Kolinkowski.
The New Egypt Marketplace Most Improved Artist Award is designed to be awarded to a student who has continuously worked to improve their personal abilities. The student receiving tonight's award has impressed me with her ability to always strive for outstanding artistic achievement. And so it is with great pleasure that I announce the recipient of the Most Improved Artist Award, Olivia Olsnek.
The next award is the New Egypt Marketplace School to Work Scholarship. This is presented to Matthew Tachenko. This next award is sponsored by New Egypt Speedway. It is the New Egypt Speedway Scholarship. This year's recipient is Chelsea Nickel. The next award I'd like to call back up to the stage, Mr. Matt Sams. Mr. Sams. stand to present the New Egypt Volunteer Fire Company scholarships.
All right, the first one's going to go to Emma Allen. Samuel Menaker.
The New Jersey School Buildings and Grounds Association sponsored this next scholarship. It's the New Egypt School Buildings and Grounds Association Scholarship, and it's awarded to Gavin Kinks. Next, I would like to call to the stage Mayor Bob Bowen. Mayor Bowen is going to present the Ocean County Mayors Association Scholarship.
I'm pleased to present this year's Ocean County Mayors Association Scholarship to Annie Witham.
Congratulations. The Ocean County Prosecutor's Office sponsored this award. It's the Student Recognition of the Unsung Hero Award. There are two recipients tonight. They are Flor Mejia and the second recipient is Chelsea Nickel. Every year, the Ocean County School Counselors Association gives out a Caring Award. This year's recipient, sponsored by the Ocean County Counselors Association, is Matthew Carra. This award is sponsored by the Ocean County School Counselors Association. It is this Ocean County School Counselors Association Scholarship, and it's awarded to Michaela Weber. I'm going to call up Mrs. Michelle Crane to give out the next two awards. Superintendent Crane. She's going to give out just now the Ocean County Superintendent's Roundtable Recognition and the Plumstead Township Board of Education Award.
The Ocean County Superintendent's Roundtable Recognition Award go to Anna Markey, and Nicholas Serto. Plumstead Township Board of Education Awards, I am proud to present on behalf of our Board of Education. For academic achievement, Annie Witham. And for most improved, Jason Pennypacker.
The Plumstead Township Education Award is given out to 2 students. The sponsor is the Plumstead Township Education Association. The 2 recipients tonight are Haley Schmidt and Richard D'Alessandro. The Plumstead Township PBA Local 390 Scholarship is sponsored by the Plumstead Township Police Department. We thank them for their sponsorship and protecting us all year round. The recipients are Grace Militia, and Abby Whitman. I'm sorry, Abigail Wetzel, my fault. Abigail Wetzel, I'm sorry. Sorry, sorry. Next, I'd like to call back up Mayor Bob Ballin. He's going to present the Plumstead Township Republican Award scholarships.
Each year, the Plumstead Township Republican Club recognizes 2 New Egypt High School seniors who exhibited a contribution to public service through their academic or community activities. The 2022 scholarship recipients are Nicholas Serto, and Michaela Weber.
The Schindler Elevator Corporation Scholarship is sponsored by Schindler Elevator Corporation. This year's recipient is Annie Whitman. This scholarship is an amount of $20,000. For the Superintendent's Award, I'd like to call up Mrs. Michelle Crane.
I am very proud and pleased to give my first Superintendent's Award to Megan Normile. Unfortunately, the next recipient was unable to join us this evening, but this award will be forwarded to Jack Kudrick.
The Suzanne Hasker Memorial Award Scholarship is sponsored by the New Egypt Booster Club. There are 5 recipients: Gavin Kinks, Luke Lacava, Nick Serto, Michaela Weber, and Andy Whitman. I'd like to now call up Kathy Lopresti, please. Mrs. Lopresti is going to give out the Jeffrey B. Prendergast Jr. Living Scholarship Award. Mrs. Lopresti.
Hi, good evening. This is the first annual award. It's a Living Scholarship Award, and I was actually inspired by my son Jeffrey. Jeffrey's 37 years old. He has Down syndrome, and he started writing his own music, and he named one of his songs "Love in All the Right Places," and that inspired me to look for students who have love in all the right places throughout their high school experience. So this scholarship award reflects him and his unconditional love. He embraces everyone for exactly who they are. He takes the time to check in with them, ask how they are, and make them laugh or smile. And Jeff's philosophy in life is to love on a daily basis, share a smile, make music, and inspire others to be their best. So the mission or criteria of this award is that this scholarship will be awarded to students who demonstrate the following characteristics during their high school experience. They have determination, they have perseverance, compassion for others, genuine kindness and positivity in the world around them. They give service. The selected students share these attributes freely without any expectations in return. They have intentionally chosen to demonstrate kindness, positivity, and love towards others. They are the leaders of the future and demonstrate these qualities through their actions on a daily basis, whether it is a smile in the hallway, asking someone how they are doing, or simply offering to help or volunteer for an activity that someone may ask for assistance in. They focus on their education, and then they accept willingly the responsibilities of being an educated person. These students stay present to the moment they are in and can be counted on to bring integrity, inspiration, and hope for the future. So I'd like to present these awards, which it will be a $250 cash award with a plaque, and I'd like to call the recipients of this, and please help me to congratulate them. Flor Mejia and Eric Patello.
Thank you, Mrs. Lopresti. The Ladies Auxiliary of New Egypt Fire Company scholarships are sponsored by the New Egypt Volunteer Fire Company. This year's recipients are Emma Allen and Alexander Kimmich. WOBM Gateway Toyota Students of the Week is sponsored by WOBM and Gateway Toyota. The recipients this year were Annie Witham and Nicholas Serto. I want to once again call up Mr. Matt Sams. He's now sprinting to get here to give out the Zach Thompson Memorial Pop Warner Scholarship.
So we're going to give out the Zach Thompson Scholarship Award. You might as well come back up again. I know you've been up here 15 times. Nicholas Serto.
Thank you. I want to call up a bunch of our dedicated teachers here. So Ms. Kolonkowski, Ms. Malloy, Mr. Tom Corby, Mr. Grotto, Mr. English, Ms. Fox, and Mrs. Hughes. Please come to the stage. To give out our first New Egypt High School Academic Warrior Awards, sponsored by the New Egypt High School staff. The first award is going to be our Art Award, presented by Ms. Kolonkowski and Ms. Malloy.
A warrior is defined by their bravery and experience. The student receiving the Warrior Art Award tonight has been brave in their ability to take risks in the exploration of their artistic experience. I have had the honor of witnessing and facilitating this student's growth for the past 3 years. During this time, he has flourished, not only as a learner, but also as a teacher in our job shadowing program. I will now turn it over to Ms. Malloy to elaborate on this aspect of tonight's recipient.
Everyone. There's a quote that I often think about by President John F. Kennedy. He said, "We must never forget that art is not a form of propaganda. It is a form of truth." I would like to take a moment to talk about art and truth and Jack Aurora's role as the Warrior Award and the artist, the Warrior Award and the artist that we selected. Artists have a gift. They have a gift of telling stories, be it an individual story or a community story. And with that gift comes the responsibility of translating that story in a unique and truthful way so that it can be received by the viewer or the listener. Art is sensory, and by using our senses, we use art to connect with our inner selves, whether we are the maker or the receiver. And both roles require curiosity and courage to truly see and feel the impact. Jack has demonstrated to my students, art can be and will be hard, but with that comes satisfaction and pleasure. Jack has shown that art inspires us to connect to one another more deeply and to open our eyes and our hearts to new ways of seeing. Jack has been courageous and has pushed past boundaries of what he thought he could do or what was possible. He was able to have fun and be brave with my students. Art, as with life, is about trying. Pushing boundaries is about making mistakes and still pushing the boundary. Jack has not only exhibited strength, he has taught my students to work hard. They say that success is 10% inspiration and 90% perspiration. And Jack sweat a lot, especially because he's incredibly shy. And through his shyness, he was able to grow, collaborate, and ask for help before he could offer it. Above all else, he's been truthful, and with that, he's gained his students' trust and respect. I can't wait to see him use the tools he's gained over these past years to stretch the boundaries, not only to make great art, but to pursue art beyond just high school. Congratulations, Jack.
I am representing our business and technology department. Tonight's recipient is an exceedingly hard worker. Honestly, one of the most indelible images that I have of this entire senior class is of this student. I was leaving on a summer day, let's call it January 15th, and it started to rain very, very hard, and there was lightning, and it just happened to be like one of those major downpours at like 4:15. I'm walking out to the back of my car to see, this has nothing to do with business and technology, but it does have something to do with her work ethic. I walk out back to see, Megan Normile shooting shots within her field hockey cage, not even believing what I was seeing, because as the rain is coming down and lightning is crashing around her, and two parts of me wanted to say stop, but I didn't. Because that is the image of what Megan Normile is. Hard work, dedication, and continuous improvement. And that is why, for many reasons, this recipient for the Business and Technology Warrior Award goes to Megan Normile. I am also giving out the English Department Warrior Award. This student is an organizer. She is a leader. And English, you break English down to reading, you break it down to writing, and you break it down to speaking and listening. And this student's skills in all of those areas are stellar, which is why Abigail Wetzel is the English Department Warrior. Next is history. I'm going to call it Mr. Tom Corby.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to be back up here presenting our History Department's Warrior Award. Before we get to this year's winner, I'd like to thank the senior class for reversing our roles and teaching me so much in our time together. You see, during our Google Meets in their junior year, I learned that it was on the computer where they had the ability to turn my image into a person with giant beady eyes. I looked like I just landed from Mars. The student and her technological talents will remain nameless, won't they, Michaela Weber? This group also taught me what ghosting was. You see, when I assigned work to them in the second half of our A-Push class, many of them vanished into thin air. Figments of my imagination, and if the bonds between us had just easily broken the semester prior. Yet, there was in fact one student that didn't make my eyes look like the size of my nose, nor did she leave assignments to language my assignments to language in the abyss. In fact, Annie Witham was able to score a 4 out of 5 on the A-Push exam under the most difficult of circumstances, and even decided to join me in AP US Government this year. Not shockingly, she distinguished herself within that class as well. When tests were returned in that class, her fellow classmates all knew who got the highest score. It was Annie the Curve Killer. As a teacher, it was a pleasure having Annie in class, as you knew her work would be always done on time and with the talent to match the vigorous AP curriculum. Those in the audience, if you feel like this is deja vu all over again, as Yogi once said, well, Annie is now the third with them to win this award, following sister Elliot and Libby's footsteps. At this time, I want to tell their parents, Jen and Larry, that I'm completely disappointed in you in stopping at 4. I mean, how could you decide your family dynamic without, taking consideration of a future history teacher? Kind of short-sighted and selfish, but I'll let it go. In all seriousness, it has been an absolute pleasure having Andy and all the Witham girls in class, as they're true lovers of the subject and the epitome of what it is to be a warrior within our classrooms. So without further ado, please get Andy up here for her award and for her
The next Warrior Award will be given out by me, and it's the Mathematics Award, given out by our math department. This student, as Mr. Sams has stated, not only won a lot of awards tonight, but also has shown incredible affinity for mathematics. He is a part of our engineering academy. He will continue his education in that field, and tonight's recipient is Nicholas Serta. Next, I would like to call up Mr. Grotto.
The Warrior Award for Music is given to a music student who exhibits the warrior spirit. The recipient is one who is a true leader among his peers in the classroom, on the field, at parades, and in all performances. This year's recipient has taken almost all the music courses offered at New Egypt, including Rock Band 1, Rock Band 2, and AP Music Theory. The student has also been my job shadow for Rock Band 1 and Rock Band 2. He's been a member of the marching band, concert band, jazz band, rock band, and orchestra pit for the school musical. I know that you're going to hear a lot from this young man in the future. The Warrior Award for Music goes to Richard D'Alessandro.
Physical Education Department to present the Phys Ed Academic Warrior Award is Mr. Kevin English.
Congratulations to all of you who are being honored and receiving an award tonight. You are an amazing, talented class that is well deserved of such recognition. Tonight, I have the privilege of awarding the Health and Physical Education Warrior Award to a young man that I truly admire. Since his freshman year, this talented and fiery young man has epitomized the characteristics we are looking for in the gym. He is hardworking, competitive, helpful, and caring. He has maintained those same characteristics throughout his high school career, even though he and his family experienced the unimaginable. Many of us cannot relate to losing a parent at any age, but especially at such a young and vulnerable age such as a teenager. He has navigated this situation in his life with the poise and grace that I'm not sure a seasoned adult would have. With the help of his father, his brother, the backing of his friends, the support and encouragement of some staff, especially Mrs. P., this young man has shown us that it is possible to persevere and flourish through all the chaos life has to throw at you. It is my honor to present the New Egypt High School Health and Physical Education Warrior Award to my student, my co-teacher, my competitor at times, even though I beat him in everything. And most importantly, my friend, Jacob Sticky Green.
Ms. Fox.
As scientists, we love a good evidence-based argument, and picking a Warrior Award recipient this year was one of the most contentious debates the science department has ever had. You, Ms. Pedisek, went head-to-head over a list of names of students, which you know would be fun to watch, and she is very, very much taller than I am. This class has so many talented students who have excelled in advanced science courses that we have to offer, and even some that we don't. And so many seniors really stand out. This particular senior has an inherently scientific mind and a knack for explaining the most complex topics. She can often be caught teaching her peers how to do stoichiometry problems or labeling the origin and insertion of muscles on the board for me. Our winner could not be here with us tonight, but I proudly present our Warrior Award to Delaney Litz.
Last but not least, representing world language, Mrs. Hughes.
Buenas noches y felicitaciones a todos los estudiantes esta noche. Estoy muy alegre de ver tantos ganadores. Now in English for the rest of you. In the past, the recipient of the Warrior Award for World Language has been chosen for their academic excellence and their enthusiasm for a world language. This year is unique because not only has this student challenged themselves taking an AP class last year, but managed to acquire another language in the last 4 years. You see, this student joined our New Egypt High School 4 years ago, not knowing a word of English, and with her hard work and dedication, she has managed to become fluent. So much so that she was able to do her presentation for Miss Pig in this very room in front of all of her peers. It is with great pleasure that I announce that Flor Mejia is the recipient of this year's Warrior Award.
Congratulations. All of our Academic Warrior Award recipients will have their name on a plaque that is going to be displayed in our trophy foyer. Also, during your graduation, they've received a medal that they will wear during their impending graduation on June 17th. Congratulations to you guys. Before we close the night, I would like to call up Mrs. Drucker to the podium to say a few words.
Good evening. To conclude tonight's event, I would like to thank our Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Michelle Crane, our New Egypt High School Principal, Mr. Richard DeMarco, our school counselors, Ms. Santoro and Mrs. DeMarco, and of course, all of our sponsors who generously provided scholarships and awards this evening. Through their efforts, generosity, and continued support, we were able to present tonight's honored seniors with just over $61,000. That's truly outstanding. I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize our New Egypt High School School Counseling Department Administrative Assistant, Kim DeGangi. Kim is the backbone to our department and the one who spends endless, and I mean endless, hours behind the scenes for several months, making this night possible for our students and for all of you to honor our students. Without her hard work, her dedication, and love for our Warrior students and this community, none of this would have been made possible. On behalf of the New Egypt High School Administration and the School Counseling Department, thank you. Lastly, I would like to congratulate each of our outstanding seniors on their accomplishments and wish them continued success as they move beyond the halls of New Egypt High School. Once a warrior, always a warrior. This concludes our night. Thank you all for joining us and celebrating these incredible students. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Students, if you want to come up to the stage for a photo op or whatever, you're more than welcome.